Hello everyone, I am Sixun Huang from the National Kaohsiung University of Science and Technology, Taiwan. Today, I will talk about the tokenization used in Transformer to convert text into tokens for natural language processing. The outline of this lecture includes introduction about what the transformer is and what tokenization is, tokenization strategy, about the main steps and the pros and cons of three tokenization algorithms: character, word, and subword. As the Transformer Neural Network was published in 2017, it has become the most widely used architecture in natural language processing. For example, text classification, word labeling, and question answering. In NLP, most data are human-readable text streams. For example, the text stream tokenization is a core task of NLP, but the input of the transformer models can only be a list of integer numbers. This raises an issue of how to use the transformer models for NLP. The answer is quite simple. We first convert the text streams to a list of integer numbers before the transformer, and this is what tokenization does. Formally, tokenization is a process to convert text streams to a list of integer numbers. In general, it consists of two stages: splitting and encoding. During the splitting stage, it breaks down the text streams into meaningful units that are coded tokens. During the encoding stage, it maps tokens into transformer readable integers that are referred to as token ID. In this example, the stream is split into 8 words, and each word is coded a token. Then, these 8 tokens are further mapped to 8 token ID respectively. The simple and intuitive strategy for tokenization is character tokenization. As its name implies, at the splitting stage, it splits text streams into a list of characters and considers each character as a token. For the example stream, tokenization is a core task of NLP. It is split into a list of 35 tokens: T, O, K, and so on. During the encoding stage, it assigns a unique integer to the character in the vocabulary. Here, we list the vocabulary of the English language, and then assign every character a token ID. In English language, the vocabulary size is small and about 256. The second step of the encoding stage is to transform the tokens into a list of integers. It achieves this by mapping every character to the assigned token ID. For example, all tokens with the character A are mapped to ID 1, and the space tokens are mapped to ID 63. There are two advantages of using character tokenization. The first one is that its vocabulary is easily identified and its size is small. The second one is that all tokens will be assigned an explicit token ID. In other words, there are no out-of-vocabulary tokens. However, the main drawback of this algorithm is that the token sequence is very long and without semantic meaning and linguistic structures. As an example, the sequence length of this short text is up to 35, which is long and hard to model. To address this problem, word tokenization splits the text streams into a list of words by using white space, and considers each word as a token. In this example, the text stream is split into a list of 7 tokens. They are tokenization, is, and so on. Like a character tokenization, the encoding stage first assigns a unique integer to the words in the vocabulary. Since there are lots of English words, tokenization in this manner results in a very large vocabulary. The common way to address this problem is to limit the vocabulary size, for example 10,000, and discard real words. The words not part of the vocabulary are mapped to a shared unknown token ID. According to the mapping from words to token ID, word tokenization transfers the tokens into a list of integers. Transfer the word tokenization to the shared ID unknown. The word is to ID 221, and the word NLP to shared ID unknown. The advantage of using the word tokenization is that the token is a word in a sentence, so that it has a lot of contextual and semantic information. But directly taking words as tokens will result in an extremely large vocabulary. Accordingly, some tokens may become OOV tokens that lose the information. The third method is subword tokenization, whose main idea is to address the issues faced by character and word tokenization in 2 aspects. First, it splits the rarely used words into smaller subwords to reduce vocabulary size and alleviate the OOV problem. Plus, it keeps the frequently used words as unique entities to preserve contextual and semantic information. In this example, because these 5 words are frequently used, they are kept as unique entities respectively. The word tokenization is rarely used, and it will be split into 2 subwords, the frequently used word token and the suffix word ization with the preceding symbol. Plus, the subword tokenization will also deal with punctuation and split this word into the word NLP and an exclamation mark. In the literature, there are many subword tokenization algorithms. The most well-known and widely used ones are WordPiece, Unigram, and Bipair encoding (BPE), which were published in ICA SSP 2012, ACL 2018, and 2016 respectively. WordPiece is used by BERT and Distro BERT. Unigram is used by XLNet and Orbit, and BPE is used by GPT-2. In the near future, we will give videos to detail all of them. In this video, we have detailed the 3 tokenization strategies and discussed their pros and cons. Thanks for your listening and have a nice day.